My name is Brock Rohde, and my passion is music. Music, to me, is the universal language. Everybody plays music. Everybody has always played music since people were around, I feel. And it's just something that I think everybody understands to some level.
Brock's talent, his influence is definitely blues based. He loves a lot of Stevie, a lot of Stones, a lot of older blues music. That's really his main focus. And he plays guitar. He's very, very talented. I hear him play in John Mayer, covers a lot in his room, and he does a lot of original guitar licks.
I'd have to say, as far as influences go, I think the first artist I ever really got really into would have been Pink Floyd, and more specifically their guitar essence within Pink Floyd, which would be David Gilmour, the guitarist. He is my favorite guitarist. Always has been since I remembered even starting playing guitar. Within the past year or two, I'd say blues have really been my current digs. It's where I've been trying to plant my feet. The blues is really at the root of a lot of popular music that you hear today, for sure. I mean, it started with all your artists, your B.B. Kings, your Albert Kings, your Freddie Kings. We'll just go with the three Kings. Phenomenal musicians, and they really started a lot. B.B. King, as far as blues go, is probably what I consider, or what I can hear most of in my own playing. Stevie Ray Vaughan is definitely up there on my list of influences and guitarists. I don't imagine I'll ever be able to reach his level of just mastery with a six string. However, it definitely sets a pretty high bar to strive for, and that's not a bad thing. It's good to have goals.
Brock came over to my original home in Kenton, Ohio, and I had me and my dad started a little, not a studio, but just a music jam place up in my barn. And he brought his guitar over one night, and I played drums, and he played guitar, and we did that for a little while and just enjoyed the outdoors. And then later that night, we chilled back in the barn and just listened to music, and he played some guitar, and it was a really influential night. It was a good night. I saw Brock play at a coffee shop called the Flying Joe at Levy's Commons near Perrysburg, and it was a very, small show. Wasn't a huge amount of people there, but I think that made it better because it felt more intimate, and I felt like he, as an intimate performer, which is important when you're performing, to make people watch you feel like they're part of the show. It was great. He just went up there, played it like he did. I've heard him do it so many times, but he was confident, and especially his guitar ability. He was just confident. It was a very fun experience.
After high school, we both went to Ohio State, and we lived in a dorm first year. And so Brock, he was an architecture major at the time. I was in engineering. And architecture, to me, is a creative major. It's more of an artsy major than it is like just a fine math-only major, like engineering would be. And so to him, it's kind of like a creative outlet because I've known him for so long. He's always loved music. He's just loved to play music, loves to listen to it. And so living with him, I knew that he was going to bring his guitar, and he just wanted to play it, obviously. But I didn't realize how much he played. He played a lot of guitar when we were together. So I think the architecture major was to him like a creative outlet, but it wasn't what he wanted exactly. So with him, I mean, like while he was playing music in the dorms, like people around the floor, on our floor, just loved to listen to him. They'd come by and stop by, like, hey, you're playing guitar, or they know him as the guitar guy, or the guy who plays guitar, basically, and he'll just sit there and bring his acoustic guitar out in the common room, and people listen to him or sing along or whatever. And people like that, but I mean, architecture just didn't work out for him, and so he's taking music seriously now. So I think it's a good thing.
when it comes down to where I see myself in the next few steps of my music career, it's really one of those things you can't predict, I guess. You just kind of have to decide what you want, do what you want to do, and take the opportunities that come to you based on what's going on in your life at the time. I plan on getting my music out there the way pretty much every artist does nowadays. I mean, it's virtually free, it's extremely easy, it's fast, the internet, social media. I mean, it couldn't be easier, really. You just gotta put it out there and give it to as many people as you can, have everybody share it, spread it, you know. There's unlimited ways to distribute your music these days. You just gotta have the music first.
His future is whatever he makes of it. He's already doing the right things, gearing up, going to Austin. I think there's going to be a lot of people there that are going to love him. And you know, if he has the drive to do it, he'll succeed. I think I have a good feeling like years from now we're going to watch this documentary when Brock's made it. We're going to be like, we knew it. We saw it coming.
As long as I can, as long as I have the ability to make music my life, and that's what I do every day. They always say, if you're doing something you love, you don't work a day in your life, and I really hope that becomes the case with me. I realize there's gonna be a lot of hard work to that point, and part-time jobs along the way, but that's just life. That's just the journey you take.